It's the Boomey-Factor Review Show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Boomey-Factor Review Show. I am KODX Factor, and I am here solo today, here to talk to you guys about Metal Gear Survive from Konami. Now, Metal Gear Survive is just as the title says, a survival game. Basically, it's a game where crafting and base building and survival are your ultimate goals. Think of it almost like a zombie survival game that carries on or uses elements from the Metal Gear story, which you're seeing now. Basically, you're a foot soldier from Mother Base, a very talented one who's infected with this virus, which most all zombie games and movies are based on. You had this mysterious virus, but it hasn't taken over your body and transformed you into these monsters. And it's a different dimension. So you're taken to this different dimension to try to find the source of, and the reasons why, how you can prevent other humans from becoming these monsters, which you're one of the only cases where this infection has set into your body and hasn't taken you over. Now you'll notice it kind of got that Metal Gear feel to it as far as the stealth, the movements and stuff like that. It kind of keeps those elements in place. But in all honesty, that's all it takes, and that's all it carries with it from the Metal Gear series. Everything else is kind of almost, excuse me, almost cut and paste, really. So, like I said, it is a base building, weapon crafting survival game that has a pretty, I won't even say in-depth story to it, because the story is kind of that. You know, we've seen it 100 times before, just not in this universe. And these are the monsters we're talking about. And essentially, they're people that have been taken over, and you don't even see their face. You just see this glowing orb sticking out of their head. And that's what you gotta aim for. That's what you gotta kill. So instead of, with zombie games, you gotta shoot the brain or kill the brain to kill it. That little glowing orb is pretty much the source that keeps these things moving. These things do move slowly, so they're not really fast moving. They got some that are a little bit quicker than others, but essentially they're all like just regular slow zombies. If you get them into a bunch of groups like you're seeing now, they can be very deadly. So fighting them one-on-one or stealthy is going to be your best option. And as you can see, as you see the little the bars. You got a health bar and you got a stamina bar. Essentially, they both be depleted based on how you're moving, how you're running. If you're hit, your hunger, your thirst are all affected in how your health and your stamina are portrayed in the actual game. And there are ways to counteract that, which we'll show you here in just a second. But these are your zombie characters. These are the creatures that you fight throughout 90% of the game. And then as you see the bow on your back, then you craft those by different elements you pick up in the world. So when you're in the actual world, you pick up elements such as wood, iron, different metals, and you use those to craft pieces, and you use those to craft weaponry. This is an element that's kind of very taken from the Metal Gear games, and it'll become very familiar to you as the stealth aspect of it. And you see the HUD, the little white cloud kind of shows you the direction that they're looking in. You crouch underneath things, much like in a lot of Metal Gear games, especially when you're playing stealth mode or stealth-like. And then this is the stealth kills, which you're going to use a lot of. So you're going to use your knife, and there's one of those glowing orbs on their back, which once you kill it, they're dead. This is the crafting workbench. This is where you craft all your weapons, and obviously the more you get into the game, the bigger it expands. And based on the different elements and stuff that you pick up from the game, the more it'll expand as well. So the staff is not the only thing that you're going to create here. You do get guns later on in the game as well, and different elements that are going to help you progress throughout the storyline. So we just picked up some iron here, so we're going to go ahead and craft ourselves a staff. And the staff is what we're going to use for melee at the time until we get something a little bit more advanced. And that's going to be based off the elements we pick up. And you use that to break down other items in the world to pick up different elements like you're seeing now. You do get hungry. If you do get hungry, it starts to eat away at your health. So you have to go hunting, kick a lamb or a goat right in the nards, and then cut it up. And then you harvest it. And then you take it back to your camp to cook it later. You pick up waters with empty bottles inside of rivers and like little crevices and stuff like that and then you heat it up on the campfire to get you some water. That increases your stamina as you play. The only downfall of Metal Gear, and I hate to say it, you got to pay for extra save files. So you get one game, one save file to do what you want with it. The other 3 that show you in the beginning of the game, you have to pay $10 to unlock. Which, I'm sorry, Konami is a piece of shit. So I don't understand why the fuck you would do something that stupid. And because of that, and because it really doesn't take much from the Metal Gear name, it just seems like you slap Metal Gear name on it just to get sales out of it, you get 2 brown poopies for this. I mean, the game is not a fully priced game. I get that. It's $39.99. But some of the crappy things it has you do, and some of the crappy things that, for example, the $10 extra save file, and the fact is it doesn't take much from the Metal Gear name except for the fact that it takes place on Mother Base and you see Big Boss once in a while. It's kind of shitty. So it's just your basic average survival game. It doesn't add anything new to it. And with that, everybody, that is Metal Gear Survive. And I am KOD X Factor. We hope to see you guys on our next episode of the Boomey-Factor Review Show. So until next time, game on.